All right. Good morning. Let's get this day going. A lot going on. Let's see. For some reason. For some reason, I'm on my phone. All right, there we go. All right, so trying to get my watch list kind of together here. There's a few different things moving today. Let's see, missed. My main watches so far. What's up, everybody? My main watches so far are DPW and PSTI. But like I said yesterday, we didn't get a rip till later. We didn't get the big rip on Acre till later in the day, so I think I'm going to be waiting it out. Nothing there. Nothing there. Keep BKY. Just because that stock has ran some. SPCB, nothing there. GLBS. GLBS is a shipper. Let me see something. Okay, I've got GLBS on my shipper list, so I'll take it off the main list. IMPX, very ugly. YGYI, produce hand sanitizer. I don't think hand sanitizer is enough to get anything moving. EDT. Keep ENDT just because it's such a low float. Let's see. KNF of positive phase 2 results. That's probably all it'll do. Phase 2 is not that big a deal. Why? You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I'm not throwing DPW away. Alright, that looks small enough. DPW is a very low float stock and it has a press release. It says offshore manufacturing capacity and higher demand. And ventilators and all that stuff. So, it's a stock that's also got plenty of room to run. I'm not throwing this away. It's got more volume than anything. It's got more volume than Acre this morning. I think you need to reevaluate this stock, Daniel. Because DPW has the best chance out of anything to move, and it's cheap. Have we found a bottom yet? The problem is this is all this rebound right through here in the market is artificial. None of it's real. Like, it's all the feds pumping money into the market. So, whether or not this is actually gonna be the real rebound or not, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say because this is not real. Like, what you're looking at right here, this is not real. We should have held Acre as a swing. You're right. We should have held Acre a lot longer than we did yesterday. But that's all right. But no, I'm pretty locked on with DPW right now to see what it's going to do. But the big rip yesterday was on Acre, and it was at lunchtime, which was pretty much, the last 2 or 3 weeks, the big rips have been coming at lunchtime. So I'm just interested to see what's gonna be keeping volume by the end of the crazy part of the morning. So, all right, and we're opening up. So, let's see what happens on some of these stocks. Oops. I would expect DPW to sell off right here just because it's on a downtrend at the current moment. I'd like to see it back down at 94 cents. Maybe even $1. Come on, Thinkorswim. We've been doing this every day. Well, we got $1. So Acre gapping up, which that I mean it's going to because of aftermarket. A little bit of attention on Acre so far. It is above the 9 in the VWAP opening up, but I wouldn't touch it yet. Basically just because it's so high up from yesterday. I want to see some type of pullback on it. PSTI is starting to sell off. Nothing there. BKY. KNF selling off. AYTU has another press release. We know what's up with AYTU, so it probably isn't going to move. So basically in a waiting game, plus we're waiting on Thinkorswim apparently. Let's see, Acres moving a little bit. Oh God. Starting all that now. I just like to see Acre make like a big U shape if it's going to rip again. If it rips again now, it's hard to say what it'll do. It's hard to predict that. So what's Tops up to today? Tops is dropping off a little bit. So GLBS, that other shipper, is not doing anything. TRTX with a 64-cent run so far. A few things popping up at the moment. Yeah, PTSI just selling off at the moment. See, DPW is keeping up with the volume that Acre has. That's another thing. You're definitely right about that, Daniel. Be as high up as Acre is, that they could come out with an offering and that stock would crash. which is why I don't like it right now. DPW is the only thing I really like. Maybe PSTI. But DPW has a lower float. GLBS doesn't have any volume. But if shippers start getting pumped, I could see it move for sure. Yeah, there you go. Come on down, DPW. Just BKY doing nothing. EDNC. A lot of resistance ahead of the stock. And not a lot of volume yet. So yeah, we just gotta wait it out. That's about all there is. Just waiting it out till we get some type of predictability on one of these plays. ML&D. I was keeping ML&D on watch just to see if it's going to maybe get another bounce today, but it doesn't look like it. At the break of 7, Acre could start running again. I just don't know how far it'll actually run, especially right now. DPW is starting to come back up a little bit after that sell-off. This candle right here is kind of a red to green move. It's kind of engulfed this sell-off, this red candle here. Well, let's see where it closes at. It hasn't engulfed yet. Started to. Still about a minute and 20 seconds on this candle. I'd rather see this U shape a little bit more. Let's see, Acre gonna break. Trying to break $7. If it gets stuffed at $7, this is gonna come back down. It's trying to break, but yeah, I have a little issue there with 7. Yeah, still struggling with 7. If it gets stuffed, I'm telling you, it's gonna have a nice sell off. Yeah, you can see how that sell off is starting. It's because it couldn't break through. And it still might, maybe not. What's up, Dom? How's it going today, buddy? Yeah, I think Acre's gonna come back down some. Anybody who swung or held overnight or got in back here, $7 not breaking, they're probably gonna sell. We're gonna get quite a bit of a sell off. This PSTI doing nothing yet. And because the only thing I'm seeing, see, am I missing anything? The only thing I'm seeing else that's got a chance to run would be DPW if Acre has a sell off. Let's see, it bounced right off that 110 of that big green candle from earlier. Let's see. We got a lot of support under us. Let's see, now Acre's trying to break. There it goes. Now Acre's breaking. Took it a minute. How much does Acre have is the question. Gonna have some resistance at $8, and then the pre-market has at $8.50. Yeah, DPW still sideways. Buying Lambos off Acre today. I'm scared to touch it right now. Like, there's definitely a lot of volume. Looks like it may even get halted here. Yeah, it's getting halted, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there you go. It's halted. So it actually was a decent play out of the gate. Well, it ran $1.75 so far. Probably going to gap up out of this halt at 8 or around 8. It is very possible Acre could just run all day and be the big ripper again. Nothing on GLBS yet. See, my momentum scanner is not loading up. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. YGYI. See, DPW starting to U-shape a little bit here. Hmm. Well, I was extremely wrong about their hand sanitizer. Apparently, their hand sanitizer was enough to get them to go on a nice rip, as it's shouldn't have took that off my watch list. Yeah, at the break of 120, that was the easy 40 cents. Shouldn't have took it off my watch list. Oh well. Just several things with some big runs here. What's going on? No reason for that really to be running. It's another one. Just have stocks rebounding because the SPY is going up. So we got a couple of different things ripping. Oof. Don't want DPW ripping to the moon right this second. Yeah, come back down a little bit. I don't want you way up there yet. DPW is a really low float, so if it gets a lot of buying volume, it's gonna move. That's why you just saw it pop from 130 to 144 or 143 in that one little minute there. Trying to wait for a little pullback on it. Like I said, I want to be patient and kind of wait towards lunchtime because that's when all the big rips have been happening. But DPW's moved. I mean, it's only moved 15 cents so far. I want a little bit of a pullback. See this next, yeah, there we go. This next time, I like this to pull back a little bit down back to 132 or 130 back to this VWAP area, and then kind of go around. I don't know if it's going to give us the chance, though, for that. Yeah, there we go. Pull back a little bit. See acres out of that halt. Up to $8. So acres just going on a run. Let's see, DPW. DPW is acting like it wants to get going. And I'm trying to give it a chance to pull back some because I don't want it to get going already. I want a little bit more of a build-up. And I don't want to jump in right up here and then it come back down. Acre all the way up to 844. Did the acre get halted again? Yeah, it got halted again. Nasty. Acre's just ripping through the roof. Now, if this candle can just pull back to the VWAP and we start making a move up. And DPW is starting to move here a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Come back down a little bit. I don't want to get in. I want to get in below 140 if I can. See, this candle's about to close. I don't know if it keeps coming. I might have to. 150 is going to be some resistance. That's one reason why I don't want to get in at 140. There we go. Start coming back down a little bit. I don't want you ripping yet. Alright, there we go. Come back down. See what's YGYI doing. Did it halted again? I think I halted again. Let's see, DPW is still not wanting to die off here. But what would be ideal is for this to just kind of go like this for a second. Make a nice little U right above the VWAP and the 9 EMA. Yeah, I'm going to wait just a little bit longer on DPW. So Acre's going to have some resistance at $9.21 and $10. That's about as far as, you know, it should go, but if it keeps getting buying volume, it could break through those areas. But it's just so far up. Ooh, PSTI starting a U shape. See, what was their press release? COVID-19 program. We're up 26% on the stock, so it's not that it's not that high up. Let's see, where's that 200-day at? 450. So the break of 450. Let's see, how far does this have to go if it breaks 450? 495. So break of 450, this could run to $5. I'm kind of liking PTSI here. If we can break that 450 area. I mean, we're just making, this is a perfect U shape so far. Let's see, what's DPW doing? DPW pulling back the VWAP. I don't have all my funds available today because all the trades I took yesterday, so I only have enough to really try to make one trade. I want to make sure that trade is profitable, so okay, that's nice. There you go, DPW coming back down. So you come back down, do your little sideways thing. PTSI just doesn't have a ton of volume yet. CYGYI, you're still halted. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like it's going to be one of these three. It's either going to be Acre, DPW, or PSTI that's going to rip at lunchtime. But Acre's already had a nice rip. Could have another one, but it needs to consolidate some more before it rips again. Let's see, PSTI, if that sells off, it's not going to do anything. So here's YGYI. Starting to come out of this halt. Selling off. Let's see, DBW. Yeah, I need a. This would be the nice start of that U shape I was talking about in DPW. So we don't want it to go up too much right now. Want a few more candles, like 15 more minutes for this to slowly go around and back up. Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't like this candle on PSTI. If it would have been up here, it would have been a lot better. But this one is kind of turning me off with it. Dude, YGY get halted again? Yeah, it got halted on the way down, so not messing with that. So yeah, to me it just looks like Acre and DPW right now. With potential. But Acre I don't want to touch. It's way too high up. Is there anything you guys are watching that I'm not watching that you would like me to take a look at, or? I don't feel like I'm really missed anything. XAN. Let's see what's up with XAN. Why is it acting crazy? What is it doing that's crazy? I don't know. I haven't been watching it, so I don't know, but I don't really see anything that crazy right this second. It looks like it's coming down. Yeah, there we go. Keep doing this little maneuver. That's what I want to see. They don't have a press release. Yeah, I mean there's no press release. There's not really a reason for it to run. I don't know if I'd even be watching it right now. It looks like it's got a dividend. What is this? Is this a REIT or something? It looks like how all the REITs are moving. Let's see. Capital Corp. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that stock. Yeah, DPW starting to make this little U shape. And I may start looking to go on DPW if this candle here closes above the VWAP and the 9. CGC. Oh, let it sneeze. Okay, CGC. Is that canopy growth? Yeah, it's canopy growth, isn't it? Yeah, nice move. About 56 cent move on canopy growth, but it's hard to say because Canopy Growth is not going to act like a penny stock, so I really don't know. You know, basically, I'd just probably put it on a trend line. Put on a trend line like that, but the 200 is way back down at $14, so it could sell off. Let's see, and ooh, let's see, we're starting to come back up here. Finishing out this U shape here. I think I may look to enter this in a second. I'm going to see if it gets back under 140. So I'd like to get a little bit better, entry, a little closer to the VWAP. So if I get stopped out, so I can put a tight stop loss. And not risk too much on this. $40's holding up as a little bit of support right now. I'm gonna be a little safer. Oh, it's starting to move here, and I'm gonna go because I think it's about to start ripping. Got in at 152. Let's see if it starts ripping. See if this momentum's gonna hold up. Stomach growling there. We'll see it up to the pre-market high and see if it can break that pre-market high of 163. There we go, starting to climb a little bit here. That 150 held up a little bit. Has some resistance. Looked like it was going to break, but couldn't quite get it yet. So let's see. That was a good open on that candle if this can keep pushing up. Now I had to get in early, Daniel B. If it gets up to that pre-market, see that's why I did not want to wait. That's why I did not wait for that pre-market high, because this is such a low float stock, and I know how DPW can rip. DPW is a past play that has ripped a ton before. That was a quick pop up to 180. So we're over that pre-market high. We got a new high. Let's see if this boy's going to start pushing up. See if we can get up to $2 on this. Ooh, I don't like that upper shadow. It needs to push back on up. Let's see. This candle's got 4 minutes though. I really don't like that upper shadow. This candle does not need to close like that. If it closes with that big upper shadow, it's possible that it's not going to do anything else. This needs to start pushing back up. See these bids start coming up. Yeah, I'm really not liking that upper shadow. That upper shadow is ugly. Trying to give it a chance. I mean, we still got good volume, so. Yeah, there we go. Start pushing back up. Get this ugly upper shadow out of here. I do not want this to close with an ugly upper shadow. There we go. Get back up over 170. Let's get some buying volume in here. Let's get a halt. Everything else is halted. Can we get halted? You know what I mean? Like I'd like to be in a halt today. That'd be okay with me. Can we get a big old rip and run and a halt? That's all, you know. Just you know, nice rip up to over $2 and then a halt. That'd be a good day. I'd be all right with that. Now we're starting to come back down. This candle's about to close. It really needs to come back up some. Ooh, I do not like that upper shadow at all. There we go. Come back up before you close. Don't close down under 165. Oh, yeah, there you go. Come on back up a little. We need a good close on this candle. You see the volume's been gradually climbing on this, so now if we can have one more big buy volume push come in. See that pre-market high was right at 162. Kind of like to see 162 hold up as support. See, 160 holds up. If it starts dropping back down, see, I really don't want it to pull back below 160, but it might. It looks like it's going to. Just how far is it going to pull back is the question. $144 is where the 9 is. Don't really want it to crack below 150. All right, buyers came in right there at 150, so let's see if it can hold up 150. Hmm. A lot of buying coming through and it's not moving. That's kind of weird. Yeah, look at all that buying at 152. Why is this not moving up? There we go. Is Thinkorswim lagging or something? Blew right through all those sellers at 155. There was a lot of selling at 155 and it just went right through it. Mm. A lot of selling. A lot of selling. A lot of people locking in some profit. I want the 9 and the VWAP to hold up. So it bounced right off the 9 at 144. We want that 9 EMA to hold up as support and just want it to ride that 9. Yeah, if this candle can close over 150, that'll be good. It looks like it's going to. Yeah, it's going to. Now push up some. Let's see, the 9's now at 147. So we just want that 9 to keep riding up. See, where do we get held up at? We got held up right at that pre-market high. So that pre-market high is still acting as some resistance even though we broke it. want to see us get back over 160 though. I don't want it in the 150 range too much. We need it testing resistance, not support. We need that momentum to keep pushing this up. Yeah, there you go. Come on up. Get back over 160. Show me that you still want it, DPW. Show me that you want to see $2 today. Come on, you're almost there. Show me 160. See, Acres pulled back, PSTI is pulled back, YGYI is still kind of in the same area it was. All right. Now, I want to see us back up to $2 is where I want to lock in some profit, maybe all my profit, depending on how fast it gets there. I mean, it kind of looks like we're going to do another U shape possibly here. So where's the 9 at? 9's at 148. Yeah, there's some sellers at 162. So the pre-market high is what's holding us up still. We need to break back over that pre-market high and hold above the pre-market high. And those sellers at the pre-market high, they're starting to slowly get taken out. Just got to keep coming back up and hitting it. Let's see if it gets taken. Yeah, they got taken out there. All right, well, let's see. What do you got for me, DPW? Show me something. There we go. We're gonna start moving again. Can we get popping again? Got a little buying volume. If we can get some more buying volume, we should start ripping. We're through that pre-market high for the second time. The 9 is pushing up, so it's getting about that time, DPW, for you to rip if you're gonna rip. I'm talking to the stock like it can hear me, and it's not even a thing. But I like to talk to my stocks. I just like to give them some emotional encouragement. I take care of them, maybe they'll take care of me. You just gotta treat them like a puppy. Need volume to come back in. We need a big, strong volume bar push like this guy. Don't sell off too much. It's about as low as we want this to go right here. We do not want it to go lower. Ooh. Really needs to start staying above 160. The 9 is right at my entry. You know, we do have some resistance at 170, but it shouldn't be that strong a resistance. It shouldn't take a ton of buying volume to break through 170. But it's got to get back up there. It's got to quit selling off right now and start coming back up. A little bit of selling at 160. Yeah, 160 now. Oh, DPW. Yeah, we're getting a lot of selling on this candle. It really needs to hold up. We don't want it below 153. It needs to stay above this candle. Oh, and it's starting to sell off a little bit here. See if the 9 holds up. The 9's at least got to hold up. This candle's about to close, so this candle needs to close above the 9. It really needs to close above that other candle, but got about 4. Let's see, how long we got? We got 40 seconds for this candle to close. Yeah, still some more selling. I don't know. I may end up having to get out of this if it just keeps selling off. It's got to hold up that 9 and keep climbing. This needs to be the last sell-off that's this big on this stock. It needs to get buying momentum again or it's not going to break. This is kind of a reverse U shape, which I don't like. Let's see. Is it going to hold up this 9 EMA? It's going to hold up 150. That's another question. Come back up some. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to try to get out. I'm trying to see if it's going to have one little quick pop back up so I can at least get out with some type of profit instead of a loss, but I might end up taking a loss if the 9 doesn't hold up. Yeah, I got to get out. All right, so $8 loss. Started cracking the 9 there. Cracking 150. And we got that reverse U shape, so damn, couldn't get it. It did get a decent pop up though, for that 150 to 180 area. It's about 30 cents. Probably should have locked in there, but I thought we was going to get a lot more out of DPW than just that little move. So what else was going on? Acre is looking pretty rough. PSTI still going sideways. YGYI halted on the way up again. ED&T with a U shape, but oh, come on. Did I just get DPW? You gotta be kidding me right now. That's what I was waiting for. A little bounce to come back up to get out of it. But it looked like it was going to crack right there. Damn, it scared me out. You got me, DPW. You got me. Oh, well. It's still a little... Still, it's a small loss. But this reverse U shape is what's making me nervous. This candle sold off way too much. This candle, if it would have stayed above the bottom of this candle, we would have kept having an uptrend. But as soon as this candle came down, that made it real sketchy. Now it's starting to come back up. You dirty girl. See where we went down to 148. But normally this little pattern leads to a big sell-off, so I didn't want to get hit with that sell-off. It was not going to come back up. See what's Acre doing. Yeah, Acre's kind of got the same thing going on. Acre has to U-shape back around to break 8. But that's alright. I mean, an $8 loss is nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah. So yeah, this is going to sell off some. This is definitely going to sell off. This is probably going to go back down to like 133 area. 130 area. I don't know. I don't know if it'll boom at lunch or not. It depends. We'll see what time is it. 9:30 my time, so it's 10:30. So 11:30. I don't know. An hour's a lot of time. It's got to like hold up and do some consolidation, but it most likely looks like it's gonna sell off. Yeah, Daniel B. I know, from plus 60 to minus 9. I was looking for a bigger move. Looking for a lot bigger move on it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. I could have took the 20% profit, but I was looking for a bigger move. You know, it's not like I mean, I only lost $8 on it. It's not like I lost that much. Make that back pretty easily. But I still have enough funds to get maybe 120 shares or something of DPW if it does start coming back around for lunchtime. Or is it going to do it right now? Interesting. Interesting. Starting to make a little bit. It didn't do that full reverse U shape. It's starting to come back up now. Let me try to get back in this, see if I can make something. See if I can. With the little bit of funds that I have. Yeah, we had to sell off. Now we're starting to come back around. expecting a bigger sell-off here, though. That's why I got out. But it didn't go that. It didn't sell off that hard. That $50 gamble I took is rising. DECN. Where's it at? Where's DECN at? Oh, it's at 16 cents. Look at that. Look at my little gamble might actually pay off here someday. Someday. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. That call out on that. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. See you, Kofi. Good looking out. Yeah, I might be getting back in DPW here. Let's give it a minute. We'll give it a minute or two here, see what it's gonna do. But it is riding right back up the 9 like I was wanting to do. See, does that play have like a press release or something? Receives pre-EUA acknowledgement letter and product serial number from US FDA for Gen Viral COVID-19 screening kits for professional use. So they got FDA approval and UEA approval. This gamble might actually work out. This would be silly if this works out and I actually make money on this. I mean, I'm up 36 cents on it right now. That's not nothing, but that's a pretty impressive press release, actually. That just came out 20 minutes ago. I don't know. We'll see where it's at by the end of the day, unless I look over and it happens to be up to... How many shares did I buy of that? 300, okay. See if it gets up to 25 cents some point today. It's an OTC stock, so if any of y'all don't know, DECN I bought as a gamble. I just bought 300 shares because it cost me like $50. I figured for $50, if they did come out and get FDA approval and EUA approval or whatever and all that stuff, it might run because it is an OTC stock and they can get pumped real easy. So, it's not something I would recommend playing. I just took a little gamble on it. I'm going to go again on DPW. It's starting to climb up again. If buying volume starts pushing up. So I'm at 161. Because it hasn't had a big rip yet. It's only had small, 30 cents was a good move, but it looks like it's building back up for it wants to do another rip. So I'm going to try to see if I can get something out of it. See if it tries to test 170 again. Because it's got a low enough float. If it gets ton of volume, it can rip. So you got a little resistance at 165. Blow through that 165. Let's start testing 170 again. Let's see 170 on the ask. I'm still struggling a little bit with that 165 area. Come on, let's see 170. Let's see how many sellers are there. There's some sellers there. Not a lot, though. It's gonna... Yeah, I got right through 170. So let's see if we can make a new high on this bad boy. There's not a lot of selling at 175 either. Yeah, there's some selling in that area, in that 175 area. There wasn't in the beginning, but there is now. See it start coming in. This candle needs to close above that 170 resistance. Got a minute, 20 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna take profits if I want to see it come up to the high though. Like that's not that crazy for it to come up to the high. It's only 9 more cents. There we go. Now we're starting to move up. There we go. It's crazy, the buying volume, every time it starts to come in, it slows down after a minute. Come on, push up to $2. That's where you want to go. You want to push to $2. You have no reason to stop right now between here and $2. So why not just go ahead and get it over with? There you go. Yeah, we're probably gonna have another little sell off again here. And I'm just gonna hop out of it. And that way I don't take a loss. Just in case it doesn't keep going back up. But that made up for my loss earlier. Because I don't know how much it's going to keep going up. The fact it got stuffed at 187 I don't particularly like. But it is what it is. If I'd have just not got scared out the first time, I could have made a decent profit on this. Let's see, how's my little gamble play going? I mean, DPW can still rip, really. I mean, it's got the 100 day is at like, let's see, where's that 100 day at? 225. $231. So there's some serious resistance at 225 area. That's the only resistance though. I still don't understand why 187 held up as any type of resistance. People just selling off because, you know, we have went from $1.10 to $1.87 so far. Yeah, this is up 120%, so that's why at this point it's hard to say how much further it's going to go. So I just had to get out. I'd rather not take a loss if I can prevent it. I mean, I got scared out the first time. So, you know, coming back in and making my loss back and then a little bit of profit. I mean, it's $1.94. It's nothing, but it's you know, it's not too bad. At least I'm still green. Just couldn't get the big rip. See, the thing that bothers me about this play is it's less than 5 million in float. Getting a break through $1.50 and a breakthrough, you know, that pre-market high of $1.60 and then even 175. None of these brought in enough volume to really get it going. This stock can rip dollars. I've seen it rip dollars before in the past. You know, back here it was all the way up at $15. It's not getting the strong break. Like breaking through that pre-market high, it should have went to $2 like no problem, and it's just slowly climbing, and it may still get there. It probably will still get there if it keeps riding up the 9 EMA, but I just didn't want to risk it and end up taking more of a loss than I took on it. So I'm all right with that. It is what it is. It's just the more that it keeps climbing without having a big break, because this candle is what, 157 to 185, so that's what, 28 cents. I mean, I guess that's a pretty good candle, but still that much. You know, another volume bar should have came in. Instead, it's just sold off. It's like, I don't know. Maybe they're. I don't know if they're just buy and selling. I guess, all the way up. I don't know. Like I said, it probably will keep going, but I just didn't want to risk taking any more of a loss. Because to me, if I have a plan and I know where I know what I'm looking at, and then it doesn't do exactly what I think it's going to do, then I would rather be safe than sorry. That's basically what I'm saying. But it looks like it's going to start going here. Let's see if it's going to get up to 2 now. Is it going to push up to 2 finally? There it goes. See, this is the candle I wanted for here, not here. So now it's got a little resistance at 190. So again, same thing. It still didn't get a big pop. Like we're getting breaks of higher days, but they're just barely. They're just. I mean, the high day there was 185, and it just ran up to 190, and that was it. It's kind of healthy. I mean, it looks like it's gonna build. It's building up for a big breakout. There it goes. Now it's starting to push over 2. Now let's see if it gets the big breakout. Or if it has another little sell off and then tries to climb back up again. Yeah, see there, big sell off again. Big sell off again. So now it's probably going to need a few more minutes to try to build back up to 2 again and then try to break 2. Now, if at the break of 2, it's got room to 225. 225 is going to be really tough. But if it breaks through 225, there's no telling where it could go. I mean, after 225, you got like some resistance at 267, 430, and then that's pretty much it. So it's got potential. It's got potential for a big move. I don't think it's gonna go. I don't think it would go that crazy where it would rip, up to $4. That's possible though. I don't know. It's a nice slow, steady climb. Give me just a couple minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Take a little couple minute break here, a little breather. All right. So when you take a loss, I took a loss, but I'm still, I still made a tiny little profit on this. But you gotta look back in this situation and figure out what you did wrong as a trader. And I feel like there's a couple of things I did wrong. Hindsight's 2020 and all. So I don't like to do a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas and all that. But looking back, I should have just trusted my instincts that this was going to move more and not got scared out. Getting shook out there was pretty much the problem. Because if I didn't get shook out there, and I just held it riding up the 9, because that was my plan. My trading plan was just to ride it up the 9. And I didn't. I got shook out on this one candle. I mean, we still had the VWAP at 144, and then the bottom of this candle was at 144. And then they got two tops of these at 147. That's actually where it bounced off, was these two tops here. So if the smart thing was just not to get shook out. I got shook out, but if I'd have just held a little bit longer, even if it did drop to the VWAP, and then I had to get out, we're talking about 3 cents, or 2 cents actually. Risking 2 more cents, that would have been like $4. So that was where I mistraded at. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But nice move on DPW. I'm not upset at all. I just mistraded, I didn't trade it terribly. I got a good entry at 152 and I just got shook out. But in my head, because like I said, I've seen DPW before go on massive rips, go on usually dollar moves, $2 moves. Yeah, don't cry over spilt milk when you own a cow. You're right. No, I'm just going over this for new traders. So when they make a bad trade or something, they can look back and say, what did I do wrong? How could I traded this better? Just for next time. But I like that. I like that metaphor. That is a good metaphor. But yeah, no biggie. I got most of my funds will be settled tomorrow, so and there'll be an opportunity to make some money tomorrow. I'm still up on the week. I'm not down at all this week. I made what I make $9 yesterday on after those 4 trades, and then I got 100 shares of Acre on Webull and sold it for a $90 profit, so that's $100. So I'm up like $102 on the week, and we got 3 more days. My goal this week is to try to make 500. So I've got 398 more to make. But if I remember correctly, somebody in the chat earlier when I was saying DPW, when I was calling DPW back here, was saying DPW is garbage and trash and it shouldn't be on my watch list. I'm not going to say any names, but I don't know, man. That's the thing that got me, is the DPW didn't rip hard. This is a slow climb. DPW moved 70 cents in an hour and a half, and it's a 5 million in float stock with good press release. So like, you know, I was expecting this type of move. I was expecting it to shoot up to 2 back here, and it just never did it. So that's the thing with it. That's the thing that made me nervous and made me jump out of this and scare me out of it. Is it never got a big rip. I don't know. I don't know, Daniel B. I don't know who said that. I don't know. I just remember it was somebody. Maybe it was, maybe it was a new trader or something. But yeah, One Life. I really don't know. I mean, maybe if it can start, because it's good. It's definitely going to sell off after this. The fact it didn't even get to 2 is, pretty crazy. And we've got 20. We're almost at 30 million in volume. Like this candle right here was, over 2 million. This candle was like 2.5 million in volume, and it moved 30 cents. 2.5 million in volume on a stock with a 5 million in float. That's half the float. That's half the float right there, and it didn't move that much. Let me just check on Yahoo Finance, make sure there's not something weird about this float or something. But that's just what threw me off. Is it just all that volume in this candle, and we only moved, let's see, 154 to 180, so 26 cents. We moved a total of 26 cents when half the float got traded in that one candle. $2.6 million in float. So the entire float got traded in this candle, and it moved 25 cents. That's, look at this. Look at my little gamble. Look at my little gamble just to moving on up. I'm up $7 today on my little gamble. I'm gonna hold this thing too. I'm gonna hold it all day and see where it closes at, and if it, if it closes pretty strong, then I'll hold it overnight too and see if it can keep climbing. See if it gets back up to that 25, 26 cent area, and then if it can break out there, I'll hold it longer. But if it doesn't, then I'll probably sell at 25 cents. That'd be like a $30 profit if it gets stuck at 25 cents. We'll see. But yeah, back to DPW. That's kind of strange to have that much volume. Literally have the entire float of volume, more than the entire float. It's 2.7 million, almost 2.8 million in volume, in shares traded there. It didn't get a big move. So that's the thing you gotta look at. The volume is very important. You don't like it because it's attractive, because it's cheap. It has a lot going for it. It's cheap. It's got a float of 2.6 million. It's got a good press release. There's a lot. It's a past ripper. So I mean, DPW has a lot going for it. Like back here, let's see where'd it go. It went from $6 all the way up to $15 in one day. So that's why I was saying it has the power to rip, and it just didn't. All that volume and it didn't rip hard is kind of baffling. I honestly don't understand. There must be maybe. No, that couldn't be shorters, because if they all had to cover, this would have definitely ripped hard. Maybe there just wasn't any shorters in it. Because if it got a short squeeze, it would have definitely ripped harder than 25 cents. I don't know. I really don't know why I didn't get the big rip. That's the thing. Sometimes stocks just don't do what you think they're going to do. That's why nothing is guaranteed in the stock market. That's the lesson that would take away from the day. Is that, even a low float that gets a ton of volume may not rip. Boy, Acre is having a nasty sell off. See, this is the sell off I would have been worried about, or I was worried about at the beginning of the day. This is why I didn't want to touch this, because it was up so high from yesterday. At some point, there's going to be a big sell off. Whereas DPW, on the other hand, DPW, has moved from 82 cents and was at $1.25 in pre-market, right before market open. So that's not quite as big as a move as what Acre has done. And this thing, actually, if you're looking for a play, you might want to look on YGYI here, because you do have a U shape on this halty mess. How many times did this get halted? A lot. So, you do have this U shape. You do have a possible break if volume can come back in and it pop over the VWAP. Just the haltiness would be my concern. Because even though it halted a lot, here it got halted, and each time it gapped up, but it doesn't look like it really got halted on the way up any after that, mostly selling. So yeah, a lot of the selling's probably out of YGYI. I would say it's another possible option besides DPW. Thinkorswim says 30 million shares in float, so let's take a look. Let's run it through Yahoo Finance just to see exactly what the float is on this. Because those halts, how much volume? 6 million volume. All those different halts. 11 million. So yeah, that's one where that's quite a bit of difference. So actually YGYI's float is 11 million. So it's still a pretty low float. So you definitely might have an opportunity there. And then DPW still has a chance. Like I said, if it can make a big U-shape back up to $2, because that $2 break, you're going to have room from $2 to $2.25. And then if it breaks $2.25, you've got the world to run. That's another thing DPW has got going for it. It's got this chart pattern where it doesn't have a lot of resistance in the way. So, DPW had a lot going on for it. That's why I told you, Daniel B, you might want to reevaluate this morning on that one. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. YGYI is starting to look pretty decent. Interesting. I'll come back to BKYI. What is that? Didn't mean to do that. CanF never does anything. It gets press releases all the time, and it never does anything. There's some stocks that are like that. They just get press releases all the time, and then they never do anything. PSTI still going sideways. There's still some potential left there, maybe. But right now, it's definitely going to be between YGYI and DPW for that lunchtime rip. If there's going to be a lunchtime rip, it's most likely it would be one of those two. So see. I almost like BKYI for a swing. I want to see where this closes at, but BKYI has big gap ups. And right now it's got a U shape on the daily. And it's, let's see, where's the 200 at? The 200's at 77. So if it closes above the 200 today, like 78 cents or 80 cents, this might could be a good swing. Because the last two times it gapped up from 50 cents up to $1.35. And same thing here, it gapped up from 50 cents all the way up to 210. So if it comes out with another press release tomorrow and gaps up again, you know, that could be a good swing. I really like BKYI for a swing. I really want to see where it goes today. YGYI still got this perfect U shape. And DPW is still forming a U shape. So yeah, I think that's the two plays. If one of them's going to be a lunchtime ripper, or if something's going to be a lunchtime ripper, I would say it's going to be one of those. See, it actually had a gap up this morning too, 73 cents all the way up to 92 cents. So I mean, that's still a pretty good swing. Let's see where we got support at on this. Let's see where all the support is. So much support below it too. I think I'm gonna look on my Webull account real quick. See if I have funds. I may swing BKY. I may look to get into it now, because it may climb all day. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put a order in for BKYI just in case it does happen to climb all day. If it doesn't climb all day, whatever, you know, there's so much support under it. Oops. I know there's no volume in it, Daniel B, but I'm looking for the gap up tomorrow morning. That's what I'm looking for on this. All right. All right, so I got filled on that. Some of it's with unsettled funds on Webull. As long as I don't sell it today, then should be all right. See, where'd I get filled at? Here we go. So I got filled at 77. All right, that's cool. That's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold it. I mean, it's coming up right a little bit right now. It could drop back down. Who knows? But I'm just gonna hold it. Most likely overnight, unless for some reason it runs today. But I don't really think it has a crazy reason to run. Let's see. $45 million contract, $30 million contract, expansion of the use to the Dubai police force, expanding footprint, being used to secure access election data in Florida, major expansion by customer ICU Medical to enable remote learning, footprint, securing election offices across the U.S. Interesting. So, yeah. I'm going to swing it. It's got a lot going on. Got a lot of support. Plenty of support below it. Got a U-shape start, or almost finished up on the daily. Had a little gap up this morning. Company's positive. We'll see what happens with it. Oh, let's see. YGYI starts starting to pop here a little bit, breaking over the VWAP. What's AYTU doing, being ugly? Yeah, AYTU selling off right now. And my gamble's still climbing. DPW, if it can't hold up, it might sell off. Needs to get back above the 9 soon, or it's going to sell off to the VWAP. So right now, I would say YGYI probably is looking like the one that might rip. Well, we'll give the stream a few more minutes here. I'm getting hungry. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach, but it is growling. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and get those in. We'll give it a few minutes to see if YGYI is going to start moving here or not, and then we'll call it a day. YGYI here starting to move a little bit. A little resistance at 175. AYTU is doing what it always does. It's just going sideways. It's just a barcode. That's all AYTU is. Just a barcode. Look at all this nastiness. Pure, unadulterated, savvy manipulation. Sabby just sits here and just rubs his nipples every day while he watches his stock make money while the algorithm runs his money up. He's just like, oh yeah, thank you, algorithm. See, YGYI kind of has the same thing going on. Well, not really. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know which one it's going to be because DPW is still holding up at the moment. But YGYI looks like it wants it. It's getting held up right there at that 175 area. All these candles hit across. You can literally just draw a line right across here if you're new to trading and you don't know support and resistance that well. You can just draw a line. That candle hit, the flat top of that candle hit, flat top of that candle hit, flat top of that candle hit. These candles bounced off of that 175. This just hit 175, and this one did too. So the break of 175 is going to be some pretty strong resistance. I think the break of there is where maybe you could look for an entry. Unless you want to get in early, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. PSTI starting to wake up a little bit here. PSTI is another possible one. It's waking up a little bit. That one's at the break of 450. I like PSTI because it hasn't done anything yet today. Doesn't have a ton of volume yet, but there's a lot of resistance at 450. So it's got to break 450, but that's definitely one to keep on watch if it's going to keep slowly climbing up. Let's see. It looks like it's going to start testing at 175 again. Yeah, it's testing it now. It's actually not a lot of sellers. So yeah, it's starting to break through a little bit. There it goes. Now it's breaking through 175. Still struggling a little bit though. What's BKYI doing? BKYI is still popping up here. BKYI, you gonna go on a rip today? Surely not. Still getting held up a little bit. YGY is having a little issue here. DPW is starting to actually make that U shape too. I don't know. Oh, there goes YGY. See, next resistance is at 190. It looks like it's going to go right through 190 maybe. See, he's going to push for a new high day. Oh, it's about to get halted. Yeah, YGYI just got halted. So if you got in at the break of 175, good job. Look at you go. All right, DPW still iffy on this U shape. It's looking okay for now. SSL? The hell's SSL about? Danny, you sit here, YGYI sitting here getting halted and stuff, and you're looking at SSL. It's got a huge float, man. I don't know how much it's gonna get. Like it's 600 million in float, and it's only had 8 million in volume today. It's gonna need a lot of volume. I mean, I guess it has. This is a pretty big move up from 270 to 425, although it was trading at 360 earlier in the day. I don't know. I don't like the float on it, especially when you got YGYI and DPW both as potential trades, and maybe even PSTI, and maybe even BKYI if BKYI keeps popping up. It's trying to get over 80 cents right now. Oh, is my boy going to break 20? Oh, look at there. My little gamble. He's trying to break that 20. You just go, man. I'm not even going to watch you anymore. You do what you want to do, Mr. Little garbage OTC stock. DPW starting to come back up here too, man. I got to eat. These stocks got to stop doing this. They need to either rip now and get it over with or whatever. So tomorrow, I don't know, I'm thinking tomorrow probably be best to wait for lunchtime again. Wait till this time, because that's when we're getting the rips is later in the day. So when YGYI get halted? 10:32. So 2 more minutes. See what DPW does for this 2 minutes. Okay, so DPW is starting to sell off. So this U shape is broken. It still could have a chance if the VWAP holds up, but I'd be a little cautious on it at this point. Ooh, and it went straight down to the VWAP. See if the VWAP holds up. If it cracks the VWAP, it's done for the day, or at least for the next little while. Yeah, it's looking pretty weak. See, YGYI should be coming out of this halt any second now. There it goes. So gapped up a little. See if it breaks $2. It's trying to figure out which way it's gonna go here. Alright, looks like it's going to try to test 2 here. Looks like it's going to break through 2 here. Yeah, this is about to break $2. Yep, there it goes. How much more you got before you get halted again? That's the question. See, 222. 222 is where the 100-day is. And then 225 is natural. So if it can make this make a confirmed break of $2, it's got room to about 220, I would say. Still getting held up a little bit by 2 though. There it goes. Nope. And if it breaks through 220, it's got room up to 250. And then after 250, 323. It's getting halted again right now. So YGYI looks like it's going to be that lunchtime ripper. Yeah, DPW is selling off, so it's most likely done. Oh, did this not get halted? I thought it was about to get halted. That's the second time in 2 weeks that a stock looked like it was going to get halted and didn't get halted. There was so many orders popping up right there at that 213, and then it just didn't halt. Excuse me, that's wild. That is wild. It's going to try again. Why is 213 holding up? See, where's these candles at? There's a little resistance in that 212 to 215 area, but shouldn't be that much for it not to see 220. But I could be wrong. A lot of buyers just came in there and bought it up at $2 when it came back down. If we can see that again, it might have a chance. But if they don't start buying it back up at $2, it's probably gonna drop some. Is anybody in this? Did anybody get a piece of this? Like if I had any more funds settled, I would have definitely been thinking about trading this. PW is still trying to hold up the VWAP there. I want to see if this is going to break 225 area and really start running. Ooh, a lot of buying came in there. And it's all gone. What Daniel B do? What did you say? What did you say at the Daniel B for? What did he do? What did he do? He's always doing something. He's always up to something. Oops, I'm way back here. It didn't quite. It got real close to 220, but it didn't hit 220. I mean, it's close enough that that could be as high as it goes, but it looks like it's still going to try for a little bit more here. Here we go. Now it's starting to test that 220. He's looking at SSL. I don't know what's wrong with Daniel B today. He's done, you know, he's done shied away from both of the stocks that's making moves so far. I don't know what's wrong with him. I guess SSL is starting to climb some more though. I want to see how hard YGY is going to rip. If it breaks 220, if it, you know, it might not. That 100-day is there. But if it does happen to break that 100-day, I'm just curious to how hard it's going to run. And it may not. That may be it for this play. I could see it just hitting 220 and being done, so we'll see. If $2 can hold up and it can kind of... So when does this candle close? So about 15 seconds. So maybe if it can kind of U-shape, if $2 can hold up as support and it can kind of U-shape back up to 220, maybe get it there. But if it looks like it's not going to break 220, then it's probably going to have a pretty good sell-off. See, PSTI starting to come back up. It just got over the VWAP for the first time today. So you definitely want to keep an eye on PSTI because, like I said, break at 450. There's some potential there. What the hell's the SPY doing today? SPY's starting to come back up too. Starting to get a little bit of a flag forming here on YGYI. PSTI about to break 450. Just came up to 450. A little bit of volume starting to come in. So several different possibilities here. Looks like maybe SSL has the same thing. SSL needs to break 450 as well. Dom, you got in at 162 on YGYI? If you did, that's a good job. Whoops. Didn't mean to do all that. Definitely a lot of plays today for sure. A lot of different possible moves. There you go. Nice job. In 162 out 205. Very nice. Very nice, sir. Good job. You got out before this halt on the way down too. So nice job. Congratulations, man. And congratulations to anybody else who nailed YGYI on this U-shaped breakout right here with a VWAP. Very nice. Applaud you, sir. Good job. I like it. I like it. You guys are making profits. Love to see that. So yeah, YGY is probably done for now because it's having this sell-off and it's halted again. I didn't get a big... We still haven't had a major rip yet on anything. Like the way at YGYI was a good move. Yeah. I mean, this was a good move, but it wasn't like a huge rip like Acre or anything. Oh, here goes PSTI. Broke that 450 area. And it's got, I mean, maybe some resistance at 475, and then $5 will definitely be some resistance, but PSTI is looking pretty good. Looks like it just got 1 million in volume on this candle, on this breakout of 450. So we got them everywhere. This is a lot better than trading the first 30 minutes of the market, at least as of now. Last couple of weeks, the plays have not been in the first 30 minutes of the market. They've been later in the day. DPW was like the earliest play today in the market. And it didn't get that big rip, but still. See if PSTI is going to test 475 here. A lot of selling there. But still, I mean, you get the break of 450 here. That's 25 cents of profit in, 10 minutes. With a potential of more profit if it breaks 475. That's a pretty easy, predictable play. And let's see, it's testing at 475 again. Tapping at the door. Yeah, tomorrow I'm definitely going to be waiting things out till lunch, till a little closer to lunchtime. Yeah. Yeah, after 10 a.m. After 9 a.m. my time. Or no, we're on the same time, aren't we, Daniel? Yeah, after 10 a.m. We're same time. You're right. That's my bad. I said it wrong. Well, guys, I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna give PSTI a couple of seconds here to see if it's gonna break this 475 right now. And then if it doesn't, I'm going to lunch. And there you go. Just broke 475. Very nice. Very nice. We're going to test $5 here. Oh, let's see. Did it touch $5? Looks like I got to $4.99. Notice I didn't see 5 on the ask. I mean, in any case, that's 50 cents right there that you could have got if anybody got in this. Did anybody get in PSTI? So, all right, I'll give the stream a couple of more minutes just to see if this is gonna break 5. But if it doesn't do it here, like in the next minute, okay. If it doesn't do it here within the next couple of minutes, then I'm going to lunch. It might have to consolidate more. That's what I'm thinking. It's probably going to consolidate more. But I just wanted to see if enough volume came in that it might push it. Because volume has started jumping on this stock so far. Let's see. It might try to go over 5 right here. Let's see. It's getting back up over 490. Well, that would be something. It's definitely enough volume. And it doesn't look like it's going to get it right now. But still, nice, good, predictable 50 cents in this play. Still possibly more if it doesn't sell off. See, YGYI starting to get back up towards that. Ooh, YGYI with another little U shape. Another possible U shape if it keeps climbing up too. I might be here all day if these stocks keep ripping. It looks like PSTI wants to try for 5. Looks like it wants to try for that break. Keeps pushing back up to the 490 area. Oh, there it goes. Starting to test 5 here. Let's see, is this going to get another big volume push and break over 5? It is, yeah, it is kind of like sports, Dom, kind of. Except for I'm sitting in a comfy chair instead of actually moving around, but yeah, it looks like it's breaking 5 here. Can we get some contact sports? Can we get some likes on this video? You know, we're killing it today, guys. We're calling these plays out. Some of you guys are making profit. I hope everybody's making profit. Nobody's really saying much. I guess because everybody's in the midst of these plays, but let's see. It's got the next resistance line's 520 or 525. So if it breaks 525, then you could see the move up. Actually, it's got a little bit at 417, but if it breaks 525, then you could see the move up to 550 and maybe that pre-market high. All right. I would be surprised if it got up that high after running. You know, it just ran. We just ran like basically 60, 70 cents on this play. Actually, a little bit more. Almost I would just say 60, 70 cents. So it probably needs to consolidate some more, maybe make a U shape if it can hold $5. Oh, nope. Could be done. That could be another possibility. But yeah, nice to see. You're still in CYDY? You didn't lock out? You're still holding it. I mean, it's holding up for the most part. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one because the OTC stock. So I don't need a. I don't need coffee. I don't drink coffee that much. I rarely drink coffee. Press conference today. Yeah, Dom caught the big move on CYDY. I need a Red Bull. Why do I need a Red Bull? Do I look sleepy? I don't feel like I'm being sleepy. I'm calling these plays out left and right. Shenanigans. Straight shenanigans. That's all this stock is shenanigans. Alright, guys. I'm going to go grab some lunch. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. No, I don't need any of that. Make sure you guys hit that like button so this can get out there. We can get this chat growing and building. Congratulations to anybody who made some profit today. There was opportunities, multiple opportunities. But we will be back tomorrow morning for another day of trading. And the strategy tomorrow is going to be to wait till after, the first crazy bit of 30 minutes of the market where everything's nuts, and maybe even wait an hour after that, because we're getting these big rips, later in the day. So we'll see. So yeah, everybody have a great rest of your day. Until next time.